Hey everyone, hope we're all doing fairly decent in the still lockdown situation. I know it feels like we've been in lockdown and pyjamas for about 387 days now, so I thought I'd have a fun idea and get 5 random Blu-rays, DVDs off my shelf and recommend them during this whole lockdown period because I feel like we're going to be here till 2025. Anyway, I'm going to go right ahead, pick up 5 random films from my collection and then recommend them to you, see if you would like to watch them. I was going to go real simple with these choices. I was going to go just like my 5 favourite films I've got, but it would be a bit too obvious, like American Psycho, Pulp Fiction, stuff like that. So I've kind of gone for a weirder mix of films, which I feel like maybe people have seen a few of them already, but if you haven't, it's really worth visiting them because they're amazing. And the first one I'm going to start with is District 9. This one's a bit more on the obvious side. I assume most people have actually seen District 9 already, but if you haven't, it's a really, really great film, a great sci-fi film about aliens landing in South Africa, which was, I remember the first time I watched it, my little brother actually showed me it. Really, it was kind of odd because it's kind of not appropriate, but it's a really great film with a really good ending actually. And I know a lot of people wanted a second one, but there's definitely not ever going to be a second one. But it's a really great sci-fi. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend District 9. And he later on, the director went to make, what was it, Chappie and Elysium, which were just not very good in comparison to this. So if you're ever going to watch one of his films, it's definitely this one. It's really good choice, great acting, and it's a really good film. It's really good. My next choice for you to watch in lockdown, day 387, is Mandy. I know I posted this on my Facebook the other day and I had a lot of different mixed comments. Some people saying it was really good, some people saying it's awful. I made my girlfriend sit down and watch it the other day and she absolutely hated it, like just did not like it. But I came out, and I think this is my 3rd rewatch of it, and I think I just enjoyed it even more the 3rd time around. It is Nicolas Cage, one of his finest moments, and I know everyone's got their different opinions on Nicolas Cage, but this one is so good. It's like 2 different films rolled into one. So the first half is more of a kind of a cult story, and then the second half is more of a revenge story. And I just love seeing the different styles of both halves. And it is a purposely slow film, it's kind of the point of it, but if you can stick with it and get just past the halfway mark, then I think you're in for a real treat if you've enjoyed it that far. If you can't enjoy it, then fair enough, it's not a film for everyone, but I absolutely loved it. And the last time I watched it, as I said, I think it was my favourite watch of it so far. It was absolutely awesome. I just realised as I'm sitting here, my shelves up there look really empty, and I'm just trying to figure out why. And I've just realised because I've got a pile of them down there, which we've been trying to get through during lockdown anyway. We've watched a fair few. We're kind of on a horror binge. We've watched 28 Days, 28 Weeks Later. We're currently watching all the Saw films. It's been a really random lockdown. Anyway, my 3rd pick is Her, which is another really, really good one. It's, God knows what kind of genre it would be put into, but obviously it's Joaquin Phoenix before the Joker, you know, before everyone blew him up for Joker. It's such a good film. It's about a man who falls in love with an operating system, and it sounds completely bizarre to describe it, I know, but if you've seen it or if you've ever heard of it, honestly, please watch it. It is amazing. I definitely cried like 4 times all the way through as well. There's some really weird performances in it too. Amy Adams is in it. Chris Pratt is in it at some point as well. It's honestly, it's fantastic, and Joaquin Phoenix is absolutely, I know I don't say his name perfectly, but he gives such a good performance in this film, and by the end of it you just feel for the man just so much, and I highly recommend Her. Another one I made my girlfriend watch and she absolutely loved this one. She's got a really weird taste in the films I show her. It's always a bit hit and miss. Anyway, on to number 4. Number 4 from me is going to be Shape of Water. I've realised all these are kind of a bit sci-fi orientated. That was not on purpose. The last one isn't a sci-fi, so that's good. Not my favourite Guillermo del Toro film, but it's up there as one of them. It's absolutely awesome. I've just realised how dusty all my Blu-rays are. I definitely need to clean all this up. Disgusting. Anyway, Shape of Water won Best Picture at one of the Oscars. I can't remember which one. I'm currently looking at it. Can't remember. Anyway, I thought it was well deserving of the Best Picture. Absolutely loved it. Michael Shannon's brilliant in this. What is her name? The main actress, Sally Hawkins. She's brilliant in this. Octavia Spencer's brilliant in it. Everyone gives a really good part, and I just love the love story aspect of it. It's really sweet and it's so unusual. Again, I've seen a lot of people who watched this and just said it was really bad, and they couldn't get on to the fact that it's okay on screen. It's a love story between a fish man and a woman, and I understand that sounds really bizarre, but when you watch it and you kind of piece everything together, it is honestly so stunning to watch. As some of my favourite cinematography and visuals in a film, honestly, this one blew my mind. I absolutely love it. As I said, it's not my favourite Guillermo del Toro. I think my favourite of his would be Pan's Labyrinth, and I was going to put that on this list, but I think Shape of Water is just more of a... It's a bit of an easier film to get into, just plainly because Pan's Labyrinth is in Spanish, and obviously I know a lot of people don't like watching with subtitles, and I'm not a man who recommends dubs. I hate them. So I highly recommend Shape of Water if you haven't seen it. It's a really good film, and I also really love Hellboy. And the beast in this kind of looks like I can't remember his name from Hellboy. I'll remember it by the end of the video. And my last pick today is actually going to be a comedy, and I have not seen a lot of people talk about this film, maybe one or two, but The Nice Guys with Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe, that's him. Absolutely hilarious film, honestly. First time I watched it, I think I watched it like twice in one day. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. Absolutely love Shane Black's more comedy-orientated stuff. When he made The Predator, I thought it was absolutely awful. I hated it, but I still want to buy it. But Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is brilliant if you haven't seen that either. But The Nice Guys, I think, is my favourite performances in this film. Ryan Gosling, he is hilarious. I didn't know he was so funny until I saw this. And he steals this film, so he is hysterical. He's got some great normal acting and physical acting. Honestly, if you haven't seen the Nice Guys, did I say The Other Guys? The Other Guys is that one with Mark Wahlberg. Not that one. Don't watch that one. Watch this. This is really good. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the 5 films that I've chosen for you to watch during lockdown. I know it's a real tough time for some of you, but I think if you invest yourself into a big film or a few films in one, you'll just kind of gradually get through the day, and it's quite fun. Like as I said, we've just got through Saw 1, 2, and 3. And yeah, they might not be the best films in the world, but we've been really enjoying them. And it's been nice to just sit down and watch a load of films. Obviously, as you know, we just did the Marvel video. If you haven't seen that, go and watch it. But we just watched all of them. That was good. And as I said, I think I might do this every week. So if you've enjoyed this video, let me know. Obviously, I've got more than enough videos to keep going for however long we're here. If it is till 2025, I've got enough, hopefully. But it's just something to think about when you're stuck in this lockdown. I think a lot of films have actually helped me through it quite a lot. So if I'm standing there doing nothing through this whole thing, then I'm just completely bored. Sorry. But these films have actually helped me get through it quite well. So it's been good. You know what I mean? I've got my films, I've got my games. I've had a decent enough experience in lockdown that I haven't gone completely nuts. But anyway, if you liked the video, please, let me know, give it a like, share it with your friends, whatever. And if you do want to see another one of these videos next week, do let me know. It was fun actually to make, and I like talking about my films because I just love films. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week, hopefully, if you want another one. Cheers. Also, just a quick little video to tack onto the end of the video. I completely forgot I'd say the name of that fucking Hellboy beast. It was Abe Sapien. That's the bloody bugger, innit? That's him, Jesus. That took a while.